The ultimate task of this supply chain is to vaccinate the world. So when we're actually looking at any new supply chain, the first thing that you have to start thinking about is just infrastructure. That's, right down to the manufacturing, how you're going to move things, where you're going to store things, the type of equipment to store things, and so on and so forth. You also have to think through the information systems, which are really, really important. You need to think about, if you like, the processes of the activities that people have to do. The other thing about it is it's highly regulated. And what I mean by that is safety is the number one concern at every single step of the process. So it's not just about the vaccine, that liquid which is injected into you. It's also all the components to enable that to actually move through. So what's actually having to happen is that capacity is having to be created as rapidly as possible. And often, traditionally in the old normal in 2019, if you were going to do this, it would take numbers of years to be able to build that capacity.
I would like to see these bilateral vaccine deals that are going on between rich countries and vaccine manufacturers opened up. I'd like to see much more transparency about those deals. I would also like to see those deals being made in a way that could be a win-win for global health. Doses could be shared, the intellectual property could be shared, the know-how, particularly, for example, the manufacturing, could be globalized.
Is if we look at the Pfizer vaccine, for example, that needs ultra cold, and ultra cold is -75 Celsius. So if you're actually moving that, you have to store it at that ultra low temperature of -75 Celsius, and you need specialist freezers to actually enable that. The last mile is really the coordination that you actually need within the nation to get, so the vaccine manufacturers and distributors can get it into the nation, into the warehouses, but it's up to the nation to get it from the warehouse into you or I. So that will include personal protective equipment, PPE. It includes, cotton wool balls, alcohol wipes, the syringes, of course, the needles. In fact, there's between 50 and 80 different items you need for a vaccination center so that you can actually receive that. We're in very early days on these things. We shouldn't worry about it. The world is committed to actually dealing with this. However, we would all like it tomorrow, and it might just take a little bit longer than just tomorrow for, if you like, capacity to be reached and it to be distributed to all places around the planet.